today's Cup of Coffee with Scream.
Day 2 with power.
Oh.
About to scream.
I have wanted to scream. I really have, because I have read so many stories about how the situation here in the Appalachian Mountains is being handled. And there's such a, it's a matter of being angry and sinning not. That doesn't mean sit there and stew on it.
It doesn't
it's
mean
a matter
take
of
abuse.
righteous indignation.
Yeah, it doesn't mean just sit there, take abuse. It means defend yourself.
And so it's one of those, we are in a time where people are making decisions. And which they're picking sides. Be careful which side you pick. If you're in one of these positions of power, and that you don't want somebody usurping your authority. I actually saw where this person he had a helicopter and was rescuing people. And that somebody was in a position of power and had told him if he made another flight that he would be arrested. And had 2 cops with him. Those cops need to make a choice. They're making a choice.
They are making a choice. There is no reason to stop a rescue.
Right. Unless there's a plan.
Right.
And so it's one of those, and for them to, Mayorkas or whoever it was, to say, oh, we have no more funds for FEMA. We have no more funds to help these people. And that there was some despicable human on TikTok that had made the statement, oh, well, it was God wiping out racists.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Yeah. First of all, honey, you don't know us. Second of all, you're a xenophobe, because Appalachian culture, we are a subculture of the United States. Most of us are mixed race. You don't know us. So who's the bigot? And it's like I had posted on X. These mountains have seen many things, and they've got a long memory. And that memory is in our DNAs.
It is.
And it's being brought up. This is not the first time that government and all these other things have done the people of the mountains wrong. This goes back. Anybody? Trail of Tears, anybody? Those of us that have Native American heritage, that our people, that it's like, how did they not have to go? They hid in the mountains.
They knew these mountains way better than they did. They knew exactly where to hide, where to climb.
Absolutely.
Where to dig.
And so these people that they think they know us, they don't know us.
They don't know us.
Now, we can be a very welcoming and accommodating people. We have a lot of different peoples. You know, that's like the Melungeons. They don't know. We have people that's, as far as African American, everybody's American. Everybody that was born here, you're American.
You are.
And we've started this bullshit of separating and division, and a house divided cannot stand.
And you know, this division has been going on for years.
It's the devil. It's the devil.
But it seemed to have ramped up when social media sort of came in.
It's a tool.
Yeah.
It's a tool. And you can use it to learn things and broaden your mind and expand your spirit and different things like that. Or you can be an asshole with it. And there's a lot of people that are being assholes with it. But it's just been incredible to watch.
Evil shall not prosper.
Absolutely. And it was one of the things, we're recording this on Feast of Trumpets. It's God's appointed time.
Rosh Hashanah.
And that there are people that sit there and go, you're not one of us. You can't celebrate this. And I'm like, I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. This was something that he partook of. So, yes, I most certainly can.
Yeah.
Do you really think that you could keep God out of yourself? Really?
You know?
He's much too big.
Yeah.
He said go out to the highways and the byways and bring them in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so it was a matter of fixing a very simple dish. Because we're all still exhausted, and it was a matter of Mom had come home, her and oldest kid and BB from the motel, and the things in their freezer had not fared well. And so, youngest kid and Omega, God bless that man. Truly, truly.
The bleach was burning
They have worked so hard for days.
I smell like a mix of bleach and Pine Sol.
Yeah, I came back home from Mom's because we went down there to have our meal and stuff, and automatically knocked over an entire bottle of Pine Sol. The power of Pine Sol compels you.
First thing it was just like, well,
And it's like, how did that even happen?
First thing anyone said, well, that's the power of Pine Sol.
But the simple meal was a beef stew.
It was.
And we're talking, it was just serf food, peasant food, if you want to call it that, and had gone to the city of food. Mm-hmm. And had gotten some, is it focaccia? I don't know. It's some kind of round bread, because I did not have the time nor energy to make actual bread for the appointed time. I did that in the years past. And I was hoping no, that went out the way. But it's, whatever this stuff was, it has different herbs in it, and had like tomato and jalapenos baked onto the top of it. And with that stew, that was an amazing meal.
It was. It was just like the stew, the bread, the everything. It was like all of us together was like, this is fucking amazing.
It was simple.
Yeah.
We're a simple people. That doesn't mean we're stupid. We are just simple. Mm-hmm. And it was simple, a matter of, reading Psalm 91 and Psalm 94. 91, I knew I was going to do that, because that is your spiritual warfare, one of your main Psalms. Mm-hmm. And then 94, that was the one that just came to heart after that. It's like we both thought, okay, I can do that.
Yep, yep, yep.
And as a family, and it's like you could feel the power of God. Mm-hmm. And there was somebody online today that was like, they wanted to do something, and I said, pray. People don't understand the power of prayer.
No.
They think that it's a last resort. No, that's a first resort.
Yeah. But there's some people that it's like, how do I even pray? It's like you just say whatever.
Yeah, you talk to God like you're talking to somebody else. He's a person.
Yeah.
He's a person.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that hard. And there's a lot of times, just like when Peter was, he'd been walking on water. Peter had been walking on water. Mm-hmm. And then he looked at away. The storm.
Yeah, he looked at the storm.
He took his eyes off Christ.
And then started to sink right into that water.
And he cried out, Lord, save me. It says immediately Christ reached down and put him to safety. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of times I relate to Peter. I liked Peter. He was a sailor. He had a mouth on him too. This is why I know that Christ understands. He understands my heart.
Mm-hmm. God loved Peter, and he loves you.
And to pray for all these people in need. But with these Psalm 94, it was also a matter, because this was a night that we could petition God.
Yes.
And to petition him to stop the forces of darkness that are hurting the people. Now, we understand some of these forces of darkness are wearing human suits. Yeah. We get that. There's a lot of humans that have given themselves over to the forces of darkness for whatever reason. What? Momentary worldly gain?
Yeah.
Eternity's going to be a long time.
Yeah.
And if you stand before God, that has given you everything, given you life, given you opportunity, given you whatever, and in that understanding that somebody rejected him. I mean, it's just like any parent. A parent, that's what they want is a child, and they love that child. And I've heard Mark Biltz before. He said that a parent always loves their child more than the child loves the parent, because the parent has investment in that child. But the parent always hopes that that child will love them in return. It doesn't always happen. And it's heartbreaking when it doesn't. But because that child is an individual, they have their choice. And it's the same thing with people and God.
It is. I love you.
I know you love me. I do know that. Even though there are times that you're a shithead, but that's okay.
I think we both can be.
Of course we can, because we're human and we're fallible and we're poddling pirates. It's expected.
We get in fight. We argue a bit. We spat about it. That's it, and you move on.
You cannot live with someone day in and day out and not occasionally have arguments.
And
it's okay.
We're literally with each other every day, all
Pretty
day,
much.
every day.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So of course we're going to get on each other's nerves every now and again.
Anybody, you can love somebody dearly and argue with them occasionally. That doesn't mean you stop loving them. It doesn't have to be a deal breaker.
I don't understand people's thought processes behind it, but
if you've got somebody that agrees with you about everything, that person has no original thought. And yes, they have issues. There's plenty of times...
They something else that didn't get programmed right.
There's plenty of times in Scripture that people argued with God. Moses argued. Job argued. Abraham argued. So I don't know. There's weirdness. People don't actually read and understand the book. I don't know.
He's a person. He knows but he also knows our hearts better than, we do. So
yes. But it was a matter of crying out for mercy. Mercy on these people. And also, this was a wake-up call for a lot of us.
Oh, yeah.
Where are there chinks in your armor? Where are there things that you need to fix? If it was a matter of getting emergency lighting or radio or whatever it is, if it's a matter of sitting there going, Lord, I'm harboring hatred in my heart, which I'm not, but I'm not stupid either. And I remember, and it truly has been an activation of DNA genetic memory of those who came before for generations.
Mm-hmm. It triggered something.
Oh, yeah, big time. Not only in me, there were so many other ones that I saw
this was
online
a mass
today.
Thing. This was a mass thing. Mm-hmm. So you're included where we're all included.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like enough. I think that all of us have capitulated towards the forces of darkness, and it's like it was a matter of just trying to tolerate it. And no more tolerating. No. If somebody comes at me with some of this stupid shit, no, it's like, no, get away from me. I don't want to hear it. It was like my mother was talking about as far as certain things on the TV that she could quote verbatim. Well, I didn't watch it. Well, how the hell are you quoting it verbatim then?
Right.
Do you want to sit and listen to the voice of Satan? If the answer is no, and you have a remote that has a mute button, use it. Take back your power. Take back your ancestry. Take back everything that has been stolen from you.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people have been beat down and beat up, and they're tired. There has been a weariness. There has been a saturation point that has been reached.
Whatever is about to break, it's about to break.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about to break big.
Yeah. And to be aware that there is an eclipse tonight also.
How? Tell me this. How the fuck did FEMA run out of money
They were too
to help
busy.
those people?
They were too busy giving it to these other nations. Same
How
way
about
that
they help their own nation?
Same way that they ran out with the fires in Hawaii. Same way that they did nothing for those people in Ohio when that town got poisoned with that train derailment. They did nothing. This is where the people need to take care of the people. Yeah. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. This is where we start. Individuals, families, communities, different things like that. It was never the job of government to take care of us. Never. Mm-mm. It's time we started being we the people again. Mm-hmm. And that's just like, one of the candidates here in Virginia, that I had been very impressed with his political ad. I had. And I don't know if he's posting on X. He was supposed to have a debate with the incumbent tonight and stuff like that. And I asked the question, I said, have you been here in the areas in Southwest Virginia that were hit by Helene? If not, do you understand that Virginia also includes those of us from Roanoke down? If not, let me know now and we'll do something else.
Mm-hmm. And he has yet to respond.
He hasn't responded yet. But because that he did have the debate tonight, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that maybe he hasn't had time to read it. Mm-hmm. We've heard enough talk. We need to see action. Positive action.
Something has to give.
Yeah. And that is God.
Because this area is tired of taking abuse.
Well, that's the thing. In so many people that are able to see some of the things that are going on, will go on, the one thing that is usually left out of this equation is what God is going to do. Because nobody knows. A general does not tell the foot soldier his entire battle plan. Because that would be stupid.
Listen, all I know is that he's going to do something. Uh-huh. I may not know what it looks like. I'm just sitting waiting patiently.
He told us back in 2013.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for 11 years. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But tonight, it was a matter also of celebration and thanksgiving that we had each other, and we had electric, we had food, we had clothing, we had shelter, I had hot water. I was able to descale my body.
Descale your body?
It was a deep cleanse.
All you had to do... It ain't descaling. It wasn't that bad.
It was, for me, it was. I thought, damn, I need to sandblast, and I really just take it all away. But simple things. And how much more does anybody really need? There is a difference between needs and wants.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have definitely found out that there is a difference between needs and wants. Mm-hmm. I found out that I'm going to have to get rid of quite a lot of shit, too.
And it's like, I wanted another piece of that apple cobbler. Mm-hmm. But I did not. And it's like everybody heard my beeper go off. And it was a high glucose warning.
I didn't. Was I the only one that didn't hear it?
No, it was all right. I'm just... because that thing is the bane of my existence. But what I did was that I ate that early enough to where I still have my other insulin. Yeah. That I have to adjust it because I am responsible for what I put in my face. Mm-hmm. That is, maybe that's one of the reasons that God maybe, allow the diabetes to sit there and go, you are responsible for what you consume.
Maybe.
But ultimately, it was emotional dysregulation that caused the diabetes.
Yeah.
Years of stress and worry and anxiety, and which is not of God.
No.
It ain't that I have it all figured out. But at least I can ask some questions, and I'm not afraid to ask God a question. You know, because I know He's not going to say, sit down, shut up, sit in the corner. He knows that I'm asking, I don't understand. He understands that I get frustrated and angry and everything else. And sometimes I am like a 2-year-old petulant child. But He understands that. So for anybody that feels helpless, you're not helpless. Take back your power. Never think of prayer as a last resort. That is the first thing. That is one thing about Appalachian culture. That is the first thing you do. You cry out to God, because that's how we have been trained. It's how we have lived in these mountains for generations. Now, some of our people, part of our people was here before some of the other ones came.
The people of this area have had to learn to survive.
They're using mules to help people over down there in North Carolina. And somebody was like, oh, it's 1800s. Well, yeah, because it works.
Literally.
You talk about Appalachian engineering, it will figure a way out, because necessity is the mother of invention. Mm-hmm. So pray for us. Pray for those people. We've got people still in our area that's maybe 20, 30 minutes from us still without electricity.
Yep.
Most of the people here in southwestern Virginia, they weren't even acknowledged.
Literally. It's like there is no reason at this point for people around here not to have, like, electricity. There is no reason. They should have this all fixed so everybody has their power. What about, seriously, my question still stands. What happened to the people with the medical devices that relied on electricity?
They're screwed.
Like, how many of them have died because of it?
We don't know.
Phil and I just recently saw a slow funeral sign.
Yeah. Well, I know that in some of the other areas that they were talking about, because insulin has to be refrigerated. If you got flooded or mudslid out of your home or whatever, more than likely you didn't have enough insulin to take with you. Or what if it was heart medication or high blood pressure medication or any of these other things? What if it was somebody that had ambulatory issues?
They're fucked.
Government,
they're just screwed.
The government does not give a shit. We are considered the untouchables.
We are considered disposable.
Yes. Because we, the people, need to take back the power. Mm-hmm. And we start by praying. Show us what to do. Help us, give us the strength and the courage to do. But it starts at home. To love your family. To check on your neighbor. Find out who the hell your neighbor is. Yeah. Make sure that if you've got somebody that's older that needs help,
Yeah. I mean, we know who our neighbors are. We just choose not to.
Yeah, and that's all right. That's okay. We respecting each other enough to leave each other alone. But I would almost guarantee you that if we went up the road and said, hey, we're having a problem, I would almost guarantee you they would come to the front.
Yeah.
And same thing with us. If they said, hey, we need help, we'd do. Mm-hmm. Because that's who we are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
That's just
Books of Life opened and reviewed on this day. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Final thoughts, kid. Even though you left your bread down at Mom's, you can get it tomorrow.
My bread. I was excited about that bread.
It was good bread. That's why my sugar was high, because I actually I had gluten. God, it was so good. It was so good.
Delicious.
The beef stew, I was really, I was blessed. I mean, it just, and maybe it was just because we were hungry.
I don't know what it was, but it was a blessing. That's what it was. It was a truly blessed meal.
Well, I think so. And it was a matter of just, God giving to us and recognizing all the things that God gives to us, shows us, and how we can improve. That we're doing the best that we can each day with the intention of doing better tomorrow. That's how we live.
Yeah. Yeah. We were blessed about the freezer.
Yeah.
Just, at least our freezer,
Very little loss.
Yeah. Very little.
Mom's actually the stuff needed to be thrown away. She'd had stuff in there for
all of theirs.
An extensive period of time.
Yeah.
She didn't have to argue about somebody cleaning it out today.
Oh no, we had free reign, and we were happy. Much happy about it.
Yeah.
Omega scrubbed the thing, and I wanted to scrub it. I wanted to scrub the filth off the thing.
That's all right. He's going to teach you how to run a chainsaw.
You already taught me last year. I don't want.
Well, you can review your skills. It's always good to learn how to use tools. Always. Even if you never have to use the tool, you have the knowledge. If you have to use the tool.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you've had experiences with the paranormal and supernatural, everybody is having supernatural experiences. You are in the middle of a huge supernatural experience. If you don't understand that, I will eventually get around to my emails and I can explain it to you.
This is an entire supernatural thing that's happening.
Yes.
It's unlike any other.
Yes. Indeed. So if you've had any of that, UFOs, aliens, tinfoil hats, any of that stuff, I will eventually get around to the emails. Like I said, I've just been overwhelmed. Saturn return.
It's a rough
That's
time.
it. It is. But I tell you something. It's a matter of getting rid of the bullshit and calling the bullshit out.
No wonder I have been playing No Doubt, Return of Saturn.
Well, there you go. Your mama living it. Anyhow, it is cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com.
Yeah. Check us out on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter. It's Twitter, damn it. Orlando, COCWS. Thank you all for joining us, and have a good. Say hi to Hilo.
Know that you are loved. If any voice inside you, outside of you, or whatever tells you that you are anything other than a beloved child of the Most High God, recognize that as the voice of the enemy and reject it. Call it out for the lie that it is. You are loved. Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.